So the errors in an instrument are of different types. First one, gross error. Some types of error occurring in any instrumentation system is these type of. There are mainly four types: gross error, systematic error, instrumental error, and random or residual error. Gross error means this class of errors mainly concerns human mistakes. Human mistakes means when we take the reading, there will be some parallax error, something, or any undesirable operation by any human will produce some error in the measuring system. Okay, so that type of errors are in the coming in the gross error. So the class of errors mainly covers human mistakes in reading instruments or recording or calculating the measurement results, or errors due to faulty components or adjustments and improper application of the instruments will produce a gross error. Okay, നമ്മൾ ഇൻസ്ട്രുമെന്റ്സ് പ്രോപ്പർ ആയിട്ട് യൂസ് ചെയ്തില്ലെങ്കിൽ അത് കാരണം പ്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്, അതായത് നമ്മൾ കറക്റ്റ് ആയിട്ട് അഡ്ജസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്ത് വെക്കുക, കാലിബ്രേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാതെയൊക്കെ യൂസ് ചെയ്യുക, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഓവർലോഡ് ചെയ്യുക, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഡി സി ഇൻസ്ട്രുമെന്റ് എടുത്ത് എ സി വേവ് ഫോമിന് കണക്ട് ചെയ്യുക, അങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ ഉണ്ടാവുന്ന എറേഴ്സ്. അങ്ങനെ പല നമ്മൾ ഹ്യൂമൻ മിസ്റ്റേക്സ് കാരണം ഉണ്ടാവുന്ന എറേഴ്സിനെയാണ് ഗ്രോസ് എറർ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. സോ ദീസ് ഗ്രോസ് എറേഴ്സ് കെയിം ജനറലി by human mistakes. How can we overcome this gross error? By giving great care, we can eliminate this gross error by taking 2 or 3 times the reading. സെയിം മെഷർമെന്റ് തന്നെ നമ്മളൊരു 2 to 3 ടൈംസ് ചെയ്യുകയാണെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് ഗ്രോസ് എറേഴ്സ് എലിമിനേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും. സോ ഗ്രേറ്റ് കെയർ ഷുഡ് ബി ടേക്കൺ ഇൻ റീഡിംഗ് ആൻഡ് റെക്കോർഡിംഗ് ദ ഡാറ്റ. ആൻഡ് ഓൾസോ if we take the reading 2 or 3 times, we can eliminate this gross error. Okay, and next one is systematic error. Systematic error means it is of 3 types: instrumental error, environmental error, and observational error. Okay, so ഓരോന്നും എന്താന്ന് പറയാം. Just instrumentational error. Okay, these errors are inherent in the instrument. That means that, at the manufacturing time itself, there will be some error. Some instruments, there will be some error at the constructional time itself. That means error at inherent in that instrument is known as inherent or instrumental error. So the calibration or operation of the instrument should be needed for overcoming the instrumental error. അതായത് ഇൻഹറന്റ് ആയിട്ട് തന്നെ അതിനകത്തുള്ള എറേഴ്സിനെയാണ് ഇൻസ്ട്രുമെന്റൽ എറർ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. So proper calibration should be done, and that calibrated reading should be marked on the meter itself by the manufacturer to overcome this error. Okay, this error may causes the instrument to read too slow or too high value of the reading, and this error may be caused due to friction or hysteresis, etc. So frictional value, hysteresis value lulla change karanamokke that error will be present in that instrument. So we have to calibrate that instrument with a standard instrument, and by comparing that we can find out the value. To get the accurate value, we have to add or subtract some calibrated value to that instrument. So that comes on systematic error. It is inherent in that instrument. Inherent means at the manufacturing time itself, there will be some error present in that meter. And how can we eliminate it? By calibrating against a standard, and correction factor should be applied after determining the instrumental error, and the instrument may be recalibrated carefully. Okay, by doing this much thing, we can eliminate the instrumental error. And environmental error. Environmental error comes, these error caused in instrument by due to the fault of the operation, that on the some atmospheric temperature, or by the effect of some pressure on that instrument, there will be some error. That is, and or due to pressure, humidity, or dust, presence of temperature may produce some error on that instrument. So these errors are due to the conditions, external conditions to the measuring device. Environmental error comes on the instrument due to external effects on the measuring device. This may be effect of temperature, pressure, humidity, dust, etc. Okay, so the measures employed to reduce this undecided thing is just arrangement should be made to keep in the condition which is uh, comfortable for that instrument. നമ്മൾ ഇൻസ്ട്രുമെന്റ്സിന് വളരെ നീറ്റായിട്ട് കീപ്പ് ചെയ്യുക, അങ്ങനെയുള്ള ടെമ്പറേച്ചർ റേഞ്ചിലോ അറ്റ്മോസ്ഫറിക് പ്ലേസിൽ വെക്കാതെ കറക്റ്റായിട്ട് മെയിൻറ്റെയിൻ ചെയ്താൽ നമുക്ക് എൻവയോൺമെന്റൽ എറേഴ്സ് eliminate ചെയ്യാം. By using equipment in a immune place, we can eliminate the environmental error. And this instrumental error, before that, that instrumental error is also came by misuse of instrument also. So maybe at the manufacturing time there will not be any error, but by misusing that instrument, sometimes due to overloading, that instrument permanently produce an error on that reading. That type of errors is also included in the instrumental error, that is due to misuse of that instrument, that is loading effect. അതായത് നമ്മളൊരു ഇംപ്രോപ്പർ ആയിട്ട് യൂസ് ചെയ്യാണ്. 0 to 10 വോൾട്ട് റേഞ്ച് ഉള്ള ഒരു വോൾട്ട് മീറ്ററിന് എടുത്തിട്ട് നമ്മൾ 0 to 50 വോൾട്ട് വരുന്ന ഒരു സിസ്റ്റത്തിൽ കൊണ്ടുപോയി കണക്ട് ചെയ്യാം. അപ്പൊ എന്താ സംഭവിക്കുക, ദാറ്റ് ഇൻസ്ട്രുമെന്റ് ഹാവ് ടു വിത്ത്സ്റ്റാൻഡ് ദാറ്റ് 50 വോൾട്ട്, but that range of that meter is only up to 10 volt. So that meter will be overloaded. Due to the effect of that experiment, that instrument may produce error in the upcoming readings, upcoming experiments. So that meter become overloaded. So because of that overloading or misuse of that instrument, there will be some error present in that instrument. That is also coming under the instrumental error. Okay. So another one is observational error. നമ്മൾ ലാബിലൊക്കെ എക്സ്പെരിമെന്റ് ചെയ്യുമ്പം ഞാനിപ്പോഴും പറയാറില്ല, ഡയറക്റ്റ് നോക്കിയിട്ട് മെഷർ ചെയ്യണം. ഇപ്പൊ വോൾട്ട് മീറ്റർ ഓർ അമ്മീറ്റർ പ്ലേസ്ഡ് ഓൺ ഇൻ ഫ്രണ്ട് ഓഫ് യു, യു ഹാവ് ടു മെഷർ ദ റീഡിംഗ് in front of the meter. Don't measure the reading on sitting on left side or right side or by side. So it will produce a parallax error. So when we read the meter from the left side of that meter, you may read that if it is indicating, actually it indicates 5 volt, you may read it as 4.5 volt. Or if we read that meter on the right side, by sitting on right side or standing on right side, you may read that 5 volt as 5.5 volt or lesser value. That means that is parallax error. So you should read, the observer should read that reading by proper standing. That means in front of the meter, you should read that meter by placing in front of your to the observer. Okay. Then that is observational error. Then instrumental error is due to, I have already told, inherent shortcomings, misuse of instruments and loading effects. And the random errors. Random errors means these errors that occur due to happenings or disturbance which are unaware, that are called random or residual errors. അതായത് നമ്മളിപ്പോൾ പറഞ്ഞ മിസ്യൂസ് കാരണമോ ലോഡിംഗ് എഫക്റ്റോ ഒന്നും അല്ലാതെ വേറെ ചില റീസൺസ് കാരണവും അതിൽ എറേഴ്സ് വരാം. ഓർ മേ ബി കീപ്പിംഗ് ഡിസേബിൾഡ് ആസ് എ ലോങ് ടൈം. ഇപ്പൊ തന്നെ നമ്മുടെ ലാബിൽ ഒരുപാട് ഇൻസ്ട്രുമെന്റ്സ് കീപ്പ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. വി ആർ നോട്ട് യൂസിങ് ദാറ്റ് ഇൻസ്ട്രുമെന്റ് റെഗുലർലി, സോ സം ഇലക്ട്രോണിക് ഇൻസ്ട്രുമെന്റ്സ് will not read again. We have to again recover that problems. That type of errors come under random or residual error. കുറേ നാൾ യൂസ് ചെയ്യാതെ വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാലൊക്കെ നമ്മുടെ ഇൻസ്ട്രുമെന്റ്സിന് ചിലപ്പോൾ ചില പ്രോബ്ലംസ് ഉണ്ടാവും. അപ്പൊ അത് കറക്റ്റ് ആയിട്ട് പ്രോപ്പർ we should maintain that instruments properly, then only it will read. So that type of errors, we don't know what is the reason which is not reading. That type of error coming under random or residual errors. Okay. So these are the different types of error coming, usually coming on the instruments: gross error, systematic error, instrumental error, and random residual error. Okay. Then there are different type of instruments. Mainly they are classified into according to their function: recording instrument, indicating instruments, and sorry, I'm again written it as indicating, not it is indicating, integrating instruments. Okay, recording instrument, indicating instrument, and integrating instruments. Okay, so recording, what will be recording instrument? We have already told that instrument which give a continuous record of the quantity under measurement is known as recording instrument. It may be used, or it may be stored or recorded by a pen which is attached to the moving system of an instrument. The moving system is operated by a quantity being measured and which is recorded on a chart or sheet of paper. Pen വെച്ചിട്ട് റെക്കോർഡ് ചെയ്യുന്ന ഒരു മൂവബിൾ സിസ്റ്റം ആയിരിക്കാം. That movable system is depending on the unknown quantity which is measured. And or we may recorded the reading on the microprocessor or computer system. That is also recording instruments. And mainly the analog instruments which gives output continuously. That type of instrument is analog instrument. So recording instrument will provide uh, the output in a recorded form with respect to time. An indicating instrument means an instrument which gives the output by deflection of the pointer. For example, voltmeter, ammeter, wattmeter, these are coming under indicating instruments. Okay, pointer read in the instrument, pointer which read in the instruments, indicating instruments. Another one, it is not indicating, integrating. Okay, integrating instrument means the instrument which gives the output for a given period of time. For example, energy meter, watt hour meter. Watt hour meter output എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് എന്താ? Which gives the output of time and electrical quantity with respect to, it's a kilowatt hour. So which is the multiplication of that power into time. That means that integrate the value. Then that instrument gives the output for a given period of time is known as integrating instruments. So kilowatt into time reading ആണ് തരുന്നത്. ഒരു പർട്ടിക്കുലർ അവറിൽ കൺസ്യൂം ചെയ്യുന്ന യൂണിറ്റിന് ഇൻറ്റു ടൈം വിത്ത് റെസ്പെക്ട് ടു ടൈം ആണ് അത് ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് തരുന്നത്. ദാറ്റ് ടൈപ്പ് ഓഫ് ഇൻസ്ട്രുമെന്റ് ഇസ് ഇന്റഗ്രേറ്റിംഗ് ഇൻസ്ട്രുമെന്റ്. ഓക്കെ, so these are the different type of instruments. Now നമ്മൾ generally instruments ഒക്കെ എന്തൊക്കെയാണെന്നൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞു. Now we are going to study about transducers or sensors and transducers. Okay, in a general instrumentation system, the first functional element is primary sensing element. We have studied what is transducer. To measure any physical quantity, if it may be temperature, pressure, level, or anything, we have to sense that measured quantity first. So we need a sensor. But we sense that measured quantity, then we convert that physical quantity into another form. So that function is done by transducer. But normally we call the transducer as primary sensing element. നമ്മൾ സെൻസിങ് എലമെന്റ് എന്നും പറയും, സെൻസർ എന്നും പറയും ട്രാൻസ്ഡ്യൂസറിന്. പക്ഷെ actually you should know that sensors are different than transducers. The term sensor and also transducer is different. All the transducers are not sensors, all the sensors are not transducers. Okay, അപ്പോൾ സെൻസർ എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ it only senses the physical quantity and which keeps that sensed quantity in another form. The sensor senses the difference of change in the environment. It may be any physical quantity, maybe light, sound, displacement, anything. They are exposed to, and that gives an output in the same format, which is easily readable. നമുക്ക് റീഡ് ചെയ്യാവുന്ന രീതിയിൽ അതിനൊന്ന്, അതായത് some sensor senses the force and which gives the output as displacement. That means force is also mechanical quantity, displacement is also mechanical quantity. So it sensor senses the difference of change and it gives an output in a readable form, that is as a displacement, something like that. Okay, and transducer means that takes the measurement in any form, like either in mechanical or magnetic, thermal or chemical, electrical, any radiation form, which takes that measurement in one form and converts it into another form, either into electrical form or any other form. That is transducer. That means transducer converts the input into another form, but sensor, it does not converts itself that input to another form. It just senses and gives a output in a readable form only. Okay, ആ ഒരു ഡിഫറൻസ് ഓർക്കണം. സെൻസേഴ്സ് ആർ സെയിം ആസ് ട്രാൻസ്ഡ്യൂസർ എന്ന് കരുതരുത്, because we call the transducer as primary sensing element in an instrumentation system, but sensors are actually different from the transducer. Okay, so for examples, proximity sensor, magnetic sensor, accelerometer sensor, light sensor, these are give a proper reading, read up in a sense which senses the light and gives a proper reading, but it cannot convert that form of energy into another form. But here, and also thermistor, you can see the example of transducer as thermistor. Actually, thermistor alone is not a, this thermistor means the device which is used to measure temperature. ഒരു സെമി കണ്ടക്റ്റീവ് മെറ്റീരിയൽ യൂസ് ചെയ്തിട്ട് ടെമ്പറേച്ചർ മെഷർ ചെയ്യുന്ന ഡിവൈസിനാണ് തെർമിസ്റ്റർ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. ബട്ട് ദാറ്റ് സെമി കണ്ടക്ടർ മെറ്റീരിയൽ എലോൺ cannot convert the temperature into voltage. A Wheatstone bridge arrangement and a voltage cell is needed to convert that property into electrical quantity. So the combination of sensor with some signal conditioning equipment can only work as a transducer. Thermistor alone is not a transducer. Thermistor means it is in a bead form or rod form, just like this. Or a semiconductor, it's a blended mixture which is heat treated and make in a shape of a bead. So that semiconductor material will produce some temperature change. A thermistor is used to produce or to measure the temperature. So when we place this thermistor in a temperature medium, the temperature coefficient of this material, semiconductor material, will change, and the resistance property of this material will change. And that resistance, change in resistance, is measured by using some potentiometer and also a Wheatstone bridge arrangement. Then only it can convert that change in resistance or proportional temperature into electricity. Okay, so thermistor alone, we can say it as a sensor alone, but thermistor with a Wheatstone bridge arrangement can be worked as a transducer. That means it convert temperature into electrical signal. Okay, so sensors and transducers are different from each other, but some of the transducers are also sensors. Sensor is an element of a transducer. അങ്ങനെ മനസ്സിലാക്കിയാൽ മതി. സെൻസർ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഒരു ട്രാൻസ്ഡ്യൂസറിന്റെ ഒരു എലമെന്റ് ആയിരിക്കും. ആൻഡ് വിത്ത് സം കോമ്പിനേഷൻ ഓഫ് സിഗ്നൽ കണ്ടീഷനിങ് എലമെന്റ് വി ക്യാൻ കൺവേർട്ട് ദാറ്റ് ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് ഓഫ് സെൻസർ ഇൻ ടു ഇലക്ട്രിക്കൽ എനർജി ഓർ എനി അതർ ഫോം. And transducers. Transducer, we have already told that transducers are the device that transform signal in one form to a more convenient form. Most of the time, transducer we used to produce electrical signal as output. Okay. For example, diaphragm, which produces a displacement on application of pressure. This is also a transducer. Here you can see it's a diaphragm. When we apply a pressure on it, it will be displaced. So we can measure the displacement as the output of this transducer. That means pressure is converted as displacement by using this diaphragm. So diaphragm is a sensor because it converts the pressure into that displacement. So it is also a sensor and also it is a transducer. Okay. Then okay. Now here you can see a cantilever beam. A cantilever beam can produce a displacement when we apply a force on it. Okay. So you can see a force applied on a cantilever. One end of the cantilever is attached to the stationary wall and the another end is being free. So when we apply a force on this cantilever beam, it produces a displacement. That means the force applied on it is converted into displacement. So a transducer element is the actually when we give an input in one form, either it may be temperature, pressure or anything, to a primary sensor which produce a mechanical displacement or strain, that is the input of electromechanical transducer. So that transducer will produce or convert that mechanical displacement into electrical output. Okay. So actually some of the commonly used primary sensors are spring, diaphragm, bimetallic strip and orifice. Okay, spring namukariam, which converts a force or torque into a displacement. And diaphragm, here you can see diaphragm can produce or convert temperature or any pressure applied on it to a displacement. And orifice plate means it's a when we have a pipe which a liquid flowing through it, we are placing a barrier like this on it. Okay, so actually it is a cross sectional view is just a cylindrical disc. Okay, and disc is placed across the flow of our fluid. Okay, so when the fluid coming to this point, there will be an increase in pressure due to this decreasing area of flow. So the change in pressure at this point to this point is measured to find out the flow rate of this liquid. That type of instrument is known as orifice. Orifice plate is also a sensor to produce a pressure or pressure change in the liquid, okay, which is used for fluid flow measurement. Orifice plate or Venturi tube is also used for fluid flow measurement. Okay, orifice plate or Venturi tube, we have to study that topics. So bimetallic strip means two type of metals which is having different thermal expansion. അതായത് just a different metals having different thermal expansion coefficient. Thermal expansion coefficient means uh, when we apply a temperature on it, it expands. So the material A, first material have a higher thermal expansion coefficient. The second material have lower thermal expansion coefficient. Just assume like that. When we apply a temperature on this junction, what happens? These two are riveted together, fixed. 1 and 2, these two materials are fixed with each other. Then when we apply a temperature on it, both the materials start expanding. First material have higher expansion coefficient, so it bend to this region. Bend because second material have lower expansion coefficient, first material have higher expansion coefficient. So this will bend. That means temperature is converted. That means from the initial position to here. So temperature is converted as displacement. That is bimetallic strip. We have to. Okay, ഈ ടോപ്പിക്കൊക്കെ നമുക്ക് പഠിക്കാനുണ്ട്. ജസ്റ്റ് ഒന്ന് പറയാണ്, ജനറൽ ആയിട്ട് പറയാണ്. പ്രൈമറി സെൻസേഴ്സ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് നോർമലി വി യൂസ്ഡ് ആസ് സ്പ്രിംഗ്, ഡയഫ്രം, ബൈമെറ്റാലിക് സ്ട്രിപ്പ്, orifice, Venturi tubes are the primary sensors. Okay, so the input signal or measurement are different types. This includes maybe temperature, pressure, flow rate, anything. So which are widely used in production plants. Normally pressure, temperature ഒക്കെയാണ് production plants നമുക്ക് measure ചെയ്യേണ്ടി വരിക. So these measurements include electrical quantities like current, voltage, resistance, inductance, capacitance, maybe any of the form, power or any flux density, reluctance, etc. So we have to convert that pressure or any temperature signal to an electrical energy. So in order to extract information from mechanical system, we require a primary sensing element. So to extract the information from the mechanical system, we are using primary sensing element or sensors. Then the output of the primary sensors is given to electromechanical transducer. Electromechanical transducer is used to convert that signal into electrical output. Why we are usually converting the transducer output into electrical form? Because there are numerous advantages of converting physical quantities into electrical quantities. Mainly, 1 second. So these are the basic primary sensing elements used, and normally electrical transducers have some advantages. As first one, electrical amplification can be done very easily. നമുക്കറിയാം electrical signals by using some electronic devices we can amplify easily. So amplification is easily possible when we convert that physical quantity into electrical quantity, and the mass inertia effect are minimized. ഈ ഫോഴ്സ് പ്രഷർ എന്നൊക്കെ പറയുന്നത് ഇതിനെ നമ്മൾ കൺട്രോൾ ചെയ്യുന്നതിനേക്കാളും ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് വെരി ഈസി ടു കൺട്രോൾ an electrical signal because there is no mass inertia effect, and the effect of friction is also minimized. There is no friction, there is no movement of physical material, so effect of friction is minimized when we convert the physical quantity into electrical quantity. And also we can control the process in a plant by using the electrical signal. So electrical or electronic system can be used for controlling the process with a very small power level. അതായത് ഒരു ഹൈ ലോസ് ഒന്നും ഇല്ലാതെ നമുക്കൊരു പ്രോസസ്സ് കൺട്രോൾ ചെയ്യാനൊക്കെ ഇലക്ട്രിക്കൽ സിഗ്നൽസ് ആണ് മോസ്റ്റ് കൺവീനിയൻറ്റ്. So electrical output can be easily used. Used, transmitted and processed for the purpose of measurement. Okay. Then there are different types of transducers, mainly okay, കുറച്ച് ടൈം ആയെന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു അല്ലേ, 2-3 മണിയായി. ഓക്കെ, അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് ഡിഫറെൻറ്റ് ടൈപ്സ് ഓഫ് ക്ലാസിഫിക്കേഷൻ നമുക്ക് അടുത്ത ദിവസം എടുക്കാം. വി ക്യാൻ കണ്ടിന്യൂ ഇൻ ദ നെക്സ്റ്റ് ഡേ. ഓക്കെ, കേൾക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്നുണ്ടായിരുന്നോ? എന്തെങ്കിലും ഡൗട്ട് ഉണ്ടോ? കുറച്ചുകൂടി ടോപ്പിക് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. എനി ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ്? Okay, thank you.